My name is Denise Betts, and this is a recap of 5 weeks of exploring medical terminology. I will use many concepts and terms as I continue to advance in my medical studies. Our weekly biblical perspective and my interview with 2 of my close friends were the highlights of this class. I found that my personality and character will be crucial skill in the healthcare industry. I am humble. I know that mistakes will happen. I must learn from them and continue to get better. My kindness and wanting to establish a connection with everyday people will help me as I deal with patients and their families. Ecclesiastes 3, 9 through 14. Ecclesiastes 3 is one of my favorite Bible verses, so I took it a little bit further, and I felt that this part of Ecclesiastes 3 talks to me about following God's plan. Number 9. What gain has the worker from his toil? I have seen the business that God has given to the children of man to be busy with. He has made everything beautiful in its time. Also, he has put eternity into man's heart, yet so that he cannot find out what God has done from the beginning to the end. I perceived that there is nothing better for them than to be joyful and to do good as long as they live. Also, that everyone should eat and drink and take pleasure in all its toil. This is God's gift to man. I perceive that whatever God does endures forever. Nothing can be added to it, nor anything taken from it. God has done it so that people fear before him. I feel like the term fear in this last part of Ecclesiastes is that God has done this, and we must trust that he's going to lead us in the right path. One of the most common mistakes that occur in the hospital setting is medication errors. This can happen from doctors prescribing the wrong dosage, writing down the wrong name, as well as nurses writing down abbreviations that do not correspond to the correct dosage or prescription. By not documenting the patient's chart correctly, can lead to doubling up on medications or forgetting to give them. Some of the reasons that mistakes happen are understaffed, overworked, and being rushed. Winnable battles are put together at the national level in our public health, but states have control over what their goals should be based on, what their individual issues. Colorado goes a step further and puts each county in control of their own public health issues and challenges. This allows communities to concentrate on issues that affect their specific area of our diverse state. Aligning with other efforts at the state and national level is crucial to ensuring appropriate knowledge and resources exist to address such significant burdens in a community. With that in mind, the Pueblo County Plan specifically aligns with the Colorado Winnable Battles, Healthy People 2020, and the Colorado Public Health Improvement Plan. CHIP. CHIP is determined by research, statistics, and effective solutions. Pueblo County's 2 priorities are obesity and behavioral health. Behavioral health includes addiction as well as mental health. I was fortunate for this assignment to interview 2 friends of mine that both have 18 years experience in healthcare. Angel is a registered nurse who has worked in hospital settings and a cardiology clinic. Her experiences and the kind of person she is has molded her into the nurse she is today. Connecting to the individual has helped her to anticipate the needs of her patients. Her direct manner and knowledge of her job has made her an indispensable employee. Because of this, she is able to work on more than one floor, which gives her more hours and helps other areas of the hospital that may be short-staffed. She said the hardest thing was to connect with her patients that do not want help or non-compliant. Pueblo has a large heroin problem, and many of her patients are addicts. She finds them the hardest to deal with. In this interview, I found it interesting that she did not use medical terms on a daily basis. Because of this, I needed to interview someone else. Ginger and I grew up together, and she has recently moved to the community where I live. I learned a lot about where she has worked, her time in the military hospitals, and her specialty as a robotic surgeon. These experiences and hard work have made Ginger a valuable employee. One of the things that stood out in both of these interviews is that being humble and understanding that mistakes happen while maintaining integrity, honesty, and professionalism are all important. They have glorified God within their workplace and made a difference in people's lives. They are truly the hands and feet of Jesus. John 14:12. Very truly, I tell you, the one who believes in me will also do the works that I do, and in fact will do greater works than these, because I am going to the Father. Hippocrates is said to be the father of medicine. A combination of Greek and Latin make up the majority of medical terms. There are many terms that are used in our everyday language, such as hypothermia or pneumonia. Moving forward in my medical career, I will continue to learn more about terminology and take what I learned from this class. Most importantly, I will let God lead me on this path.